One of you guys, my subscribers, sent me a video a couple days ago on Instagram. And this channel known as the Road to 1% had a little 5-second clip of my B-roll in his Blackpill video. And now I actually watched this video, man, and it was very good. And then I watched his other content. It's a very good channel on the Blackpill. So overall, I liked his viewpoint as opposed to Wheat Waffles, who basically says like, oh, if you're not 6'5" and a Chad, you're pretty much doomed for life. So I had this guy actually rate my face and give me an SMV analysis. Obviously with my story of growing up as the chubby kid, feeling super insecure about myself, to doing stuff as crazy as literally bone smashing my jaw to try to improve it as a child, I take my looks very seriously, man. So this rating is a little bit interesting. I'm just gonna literally break down my entire rating today. I think it could be interesting in terms of the Blackpill and any aspects that I could improve. So without further ado, let's get it. Alright, so we're going to jump straight into the cons of my analysis. So the first things first is, I already know this one, my eyebrows are not thick enough, they're not dark enough. So personally, how I'm going to fix this, I'm going to try to find some indoxanil where I live. It's kind of a tricky thing to find. And then in addition to that, I was even considering trying like an eyebrow pin just to see how they look. And I'm also going to see my barber soon, and I was going to ask him if he could just dye my eyebrows dark brown and see how it looks, you know. So this is the first thing that I can improve. My second downside is going to be my gonio angle on the jaw. So this pretty much just means that my jaw is pretty much moved forward. As I previously discussed, whenever I was a teenager, I actually had my jaw moved forward by about an inch. And so this is going to change the angle of this. I'm very aware of this, but it also drastically improved my jawline. So you gotta accept the pros and cons, man, when it comes to self-improvement. Last con that he pinned me down for the facial analysis is going to be very minor asymmetry. So meaning my jaw is not completely symmetrical, you know, like right here, especially on the chin, one side's a little bit lower. And at the end of the day, I used to be insecure about this. Nowadays, I really could not care less. All right, now I'm just gonna read off a list of pretty much all the positives that he wrote down. I'm not trying to gloat, this is literally just what he wrote. I just thought it would be interesting. All right, so first off, equal face thirds. So this means nothing's really out of place. The eyes, the nose, the mouth is all pretty much where it's supposed to be. Next thing he wrote down is almond hunter eyes. I've actually got a video about this, about how to develop it. As a child, there's photos of me without hunter eyes. And so I personally think that by me changing my tongue posture as a child, this drastically improved the hunter eyes. Good eye color, obviously this is genetic, my eyes are green. This is going to be the rarest eye combo that you can actually have. 2% of the population has it. But as I've discussed, if you want to improve your eye color, just get contacts, man. No one has to know. You can even stick with one color and just kind of roll with it, you know? I think it could be fun. Strong and defined jawline. This is the next thing he wrote down. Obviously, man, I've got tons of videos on how to get a jawline. Literally, any of you guys watching this can get a jawline. It's not genetic. I believe in you. High set cheekbones. Now, this is more so genetic, but being at a very low body fat percentage, it's gonna reveal this, because when I was like 15-20% body fat, I cannot see my cheekbones, man. And the majority of you guys, you probably have cheekbones. They're hiding underneath all that fat, and you will not know until you get lean enough to reveal them. Perfect mid-face ratio. So I'm assuming this is just this part. So everything is exactly where it's supposed to be. That's good, man. That's going to be all genetic. Refined nose. I'm not exactly sure what this means. I think it just means that my nose is not too small, not too big. People say I have Bella Hadid's nose. So I've always actually been proud of my nose ever since I was a child. It's not a big deal. Now, if you have a bad nose, I've never actually discussed this on the channel, but it's very easy to get a nose job, man. Like literally, like you could go to Thailand, you could go to Istanbul, get a really cheap nose job if you're insecure about your nose. As I've discussed with self-improvement, man, you can just minorly change yourself to where you're a little bit more attractive. Like I've said, man, there's all these modern women. They've got makeup, fake tits, fake ass, fake lip fillers. Do your best to improve. It's the only way to compete these days. All right, full lips. This is the next thing you put down. What's interesting about this? I actually noticed when I was at a higher body fat percentage, my lips did not look as big. I think a lot of it has to do with being leaner, and the lips will pop a little bit more as opposed to the ratio of the face. This one is a little bit more genetic, but you can do some things to optimize your lips. Obviously, I've talked about this over and over. This has to do with health, man. Your skin is a health marker. If you're unhealthy, your skin will look like crap. If you're healthy, it's typically gonna glow and be radiant. A good hairline, obviously, a lot of this is genetic, but if you have a good hairline to start with, it's gonna be your duty to maintain this. Anyone can maintain their hairline. If you're losing hair, you gotta find out how to stop it. If you've already lost hair, you could get a transplant. It's very easy stuff, man, but just be cautious of it so that you can optimize your aesthetics. Good forward growth. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really know what this means. I'm guessing it's just how my face is actually developed. And then the last two is going to be excellent facial harmony and above average dimorphism. So obviously, I do not really know exactly what these means. I think obviously this is just more genetic and just how my face looks. And then the detailed analysis goes down to harmony is going to be 77%. Dimorphism is going to be a 7 out of 10. Miscellaneous features is going to be 8 out of 10. Body fat, 9 out of 10. Obviously that's good because I'm very religious with my body fat. I sustain about 8 to 9% body fat all year round, man. So I take a lot of pride in my body fat percentage. Literally any of you guys could do that. Automatically increase your status. My total facial score, so no SMV, we're gonna get to the SMV, but the facial score, 7.5 out of 10. Now, how do I feel about this? Personally, I think it's pretty good. It's above average. It's not 10 out of 10. It's not Brad Pitt, but I'm not heartbroken, man, because at the end of the day, like I've always said, improve yourself to your absolute limits, like do the best that you can with your genetics. And then outside of that, relax, be confident. There's nothing else you could do. Outside of that, all you can do is keep improving the rest of your life, becoming the healthiest individual possible, stacking your bread, getting better with women, developing more charisma, all of it, man. Let's get into the SMV. Now, the SMV, there are no cons. So SMV stands for sexual marketplace value. So this is going to be additionally how you can become even more attractive based outside of just your looks. All right, so you got +2 for the ideal height. I'm 6'5", if you guys do not know. Another +2 for a lean and muscular body. Dude, literally any person watching this can get a lean and muscular body. So if you don't have a lean and muscular body, you're not built like a Greek god, and you're whining like a little crybaby about your genetics, saying, oh, I'm not built like you, Austin. Get to work, man. It's very disappointing. Another +2 for a very good frame. I'm guessing this one is a little bit more genetic, just my overall structure, you know, the way I'm built. A +1 for pretty boy style. Anybody can do this, man. And I teach you guys a lot. I'm gonna make a lot more content about male model style, pretty boy style, all of it, man. And the last +1 is going to be for a social media following. Most people really don't have a social media following, but literally any of you guys could get it. Just find something that you're very passionate about, a skill that you can present over the course of the internet, and this will build a social media following, which is modern day status. It's almost more so you're following the people that you know these days. So the overall rating with the SMV is an 8.5. So this is the SMV and the face combined. So obviously this is a very good rating. So from this point, the only way for me to keep improving my stat is overall my ranking in the sexual marketplace competition is going to be getting more money and more status, just like anything. Once you get everything nailed down with yourself, like you get your shit straight, you got the physique straight, you're healthy, all of this. The only thing you can really do at this point is build more connections, create more power, and stack more backs. That's pretty much it. And especially once you have the confidence, the charisma, which I don't want to get too arrogant, but I like to think I have that. So that is my status at this point. I just thought this video would be interesting for you guys to kind of analyze it, check it out for yourself. Now, if anyone watching this needs help with their one-on-one fitness goals, link in the description box for a free one-on-one consultation with me, Austin Wayne. I've transformed thousands of physiques into male model Greek god shape. You want to be next? Link in the description box, man. Also, kalosique.com for the best supplements in the fitness industry. We got pre-workout, creatine, high growth supplements, everything. kalosique.com. Also, if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel and like this video to push it out into the YouTube algorithm. That's it. I'm gone.